Welcome to Early Bird Tea with your girl Rachel Listens, and I'm here to deliver your motivation devotional, okay? I hope you're ready. And today we are starting a new devotional. An update. I feel a lot better today than I did yesterday. So thank you for those who are praying for me. Today we're starting a new devotional called In Love and Always Arguing. In Love and Always Arguing. Some of us grow up in families where we watch small disagreements evolve into loud arguments, violence, separation, or even divorce. Regardless of our early experiences, we have the power to turn threats to our relationships into a platform for growth. Based on the book In Love and Always Arguing, this 5-day devotional is designed to equip readers with the tools needed to successfully navigate the water of conflict and disagreement that are sure to arise in any loving relationship. And when that says loving relationship, for me, I take it as loving relationship towards family members, towards loved ones, we're even supposed to have love towards our jobs and our coworkers and our employers. So any relationship, just that you interact with on a regular basis, you want to root that and base it in love. That way you're not always upset in your environment. Okay. So the recommended readings are Acts of the Apostles 13:39 and Numbers 14:18 to 19. Acts 13:39 states, "Everyone who believes in him is made right in God's sight, something the law of Moses could never do." Numbers 14:18 to 19 says, The Lord is slow to anger and filled with unfailing love, forgiving every kind of sin and rebellion." Grand Rising, beautiful. "But he does not excuse the guilty. He lays the sin of the parents upon their children and the entire family." Wow. So maybe we're cursed before we even start our lives. Maybe sometimes that's why things don't work out the way they're supposed to work out. Because he lays the sin of the parents upon their children. The entire family is affected, even children in the 3rd and 4th generation. In keeping with your magnificent, unfailing love, please pardon the sin of the people, just as you have forgiven them ever since they left Egypt, whatever that means. Let's get into the devotional. What did you learn? What did you learn to anger? What did you learn to anger like that? So for me, that question means who made you just encapsulate anger, and who created the triggers? That's what today we're attacking. Who created the triggers? Where did the triggers come from? And why do they exist? Because at the end of the day, we are in love. So we are trying to do our best to not portray our love as anger, or not even cause pain when we're addressing stuff or making people aware to how they affect us and how they impact us. The simple answer: from watching someone else or by being spoken to in that manner. Early childhood years make up the arena for learning behavior. If you struggle to understand why you do some of the things you do or why you respond in the manner that you do, it might be time for a trip down memory lane. Okay? I have a testament for myself, and I can tell you that I had to take a trip down memory lane when it came to my anger and my triggers, to really figure out why certain people did the things that they did, and why they thought it was okay for them to do the things that they did. Because for somebody to do something towards you or inflict you in a certain way, to them, you never know. It's not that they could have been trying to cause pain. They just might not know any better. And for me, I realized that a lot about a lot of very important people in my life is that they were causing pain, trauma, and hurt because they did not know any better. And once I realized that they didn't know any better, I was able to be a lot nicer when it came to dealing with them, when it came to even the capacity of being around them, because I just got to a point where I was like, you know what? I don't deserve this pain. I don't deserve this hurt. I don't deserve to feel like this. So I didn't want to be around because I didn't feel like I deserved what I was receiving. And a lot of times it be like that. You don't deserve some of the pain and the hurt that people are causing in your life, but some of the people who are in your life, you can't just walk away from. Like, they're not like people you met on the street who have hurt you. Like, these are people who are going to be around forever. So you have to take it as a learning opportunity to really just tap into why they did what they did. That way you can also be at peace with the situation and be like, you know what, they didn't know any better. It's like when a child spills milk. You don't get that upset at the child, because at the end of the day, like, the children are like they like to explore. They don't know any better when they're pulling the glass off the table and so on and so forth. They're used to their little baby bottles that regardless how they toss them around the room and do whatever, they don't spill. So we have to have a certain type of grace when it comes to dealing with people, because they might really not know any better, even though it's like, you're an adult, you should know better, but they just don't know. So it's understandable. For example, someone who is very anxious all the time and always thinking of how something can go wrong may have been raised by a parent who felt the same way and therefore was overprotective. The overprotection sent the child the message that the world is a dangerous place. They always hear, be very careful about everything and everyone. Someone with this experience may also have a difficult time opening up to people because of fear of being hurt. While those modes of operation may have been helpful earlier in life, they oftentimes become a hindrance to communicative growth in courting, in courting and marriage relationships. They often become a hindrance to communicative growth. And it's more than just courting and marriage relationships. They become a hindering growth in every relationship. In the relationship that you have with yourself, in the relationship that you have with other people, in the relationship that you have with your friends, in the relationship that you have with your job, in the relationship that you have with your children, in the relationship that you have with your partner. At this point, these defense mechanisms act as generational barriers. Wow, generational barriers to the understanding that God wants to bestow upon your relationship. Despite the reality of these generational bondages, we can hope in Numbers 14:18-19, and trust in God, in God's saving grace, to believe us from unhelpful inherited patterns. Okay, you have to believe in God so that he may be able to heal you from those inherited parents patterns. Well, inherited parents too. Yeah, heal you from those, and you inherit your parents too, but more importantly, you inherited their patterns. Okay, but you still sometimes you need deliverance from the ones that raised you, because especially being African, and they like to beat you and say that they love you, or like they abuse you because they love you. It really doesn't make sense, because love doesn't have to go hand in hand with abuse. I just thought of it, and it's so interesting because my parents are like that, and also the church that they belong to is like that. The Catholic Church is very, I should stop talking about them, but the Catholic Church is very rebuke yourself and receive God type of thing. And it's like, it's kind of like that too. Deny yourself, inflict pain, like rebuke the flesh, just like deny your whole beingness to receive God, and it's like, it's important to gain a deeper understanding of both you and your parents and your partner's manual of operation. And in this case, when I say partners, I mean the partnership that you have with your job, the partnership that you have with yourself, the partnership that you have with, yes, a significant other. But more importantly, because I am a single lady, I like to curate things for the single people as well. It's not only about the partnership, well, that specific partnership, but it's all partnerships. Partner's manual of operation when it comes to communicating. Okay, here are some questions that you could be that could be helpful to consider. How do your parents deal with conflict when you were growing up? How did they celebrate victories? They didn't. How did they respond to you when you did something wrong? Bow, bow, bow. How did your parents speak to you when he/she was angry? They didn't speak to me about something you did. It was more of a yell than a speak. And how did you respond to it? The only response in an African household is silence, okay? You can't say nothing. You can't do nothing. All you got to do is be quiet. What were the biggest challenges that your parents/grandparents faced in their marriage and relationships? When we've identified these things about our past, we're better able to combat the patterns we don't want to keep. Deliverance becomes possible by the authority God offers us, as shown in Acts 13:39. Through him, everyone who believes is set free from every sin. Okay? Yes, I did. So, yeah, man, it's going to be a good journey. Today's day one, and we're going to talk about in love and always arguing. Okay? We're dealing with our triggers. It's trigger season, okay? Trigger season. That's what we coming for. So, I hope you're ready. I'm excited. It's only 5 days. It's going to be a cute little 5 days. And yeah, I'm going to try my best to stick to the points. That's why I'm not addressing my friend, because she knows well that this is not the place for her games. So I love you. It'll be unfair not to share. Make sure you send it to somebody who angers you, somebody who you love and you don't want them to anger you, somebody out there, so that we can talk about how we got to being such beautiful, upset people. Okay? You're too cute to be upset. Okay? I just want to let you know that you is too cute to get upset. So, live in that joy, live in the glory of knowing that there is a solution for your anger. Okay? There's a solution, and we're going to find it. By the end of these 5 days, we coming for the neck of triggers, and we're getting rid of them. Okay? I love you. I care for you. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a great one. And stay blessed on this beautiful Sunday. And try your best to go to church. God still loves you regardless if you don't go. But try your best to go. Okay? Toodles.